For the Amish, laundry is not just a chore, it is a rhythm of life that binds together tradition, community, and practicality. In a world where electricity and modern conveniences are shunned, washing clothes becomes an act that requires both patience and ingenuity. Most Amish families designate a specific day of the week, often Monday, as Wash Day. This custom has been passed down through generations, with the understanding that starting the week with clean clothes sets the tone for orderly living. On this day, women rise before dawn, light the fire under large kettles of water, and prepare for hours of work ahead. Unlike households with modern washing machines, Amish families rely on hand-powered wringer washers, large tubs, or even washboards. The process is deliberate, requiring clothes to be soaked, scrubbed, wrung out, and rinsed several times until every trace of dirt and soap is gone. It is not unusual to see a farmyard on wash day transformed into a scene of activity, kettles steaming, tubs filled with soapy water, and clotheslines strung from barn to house, already heavy with freshly washed garments fluttering in the breeze. Children often help carry buckets of water or pin clothes to the line, while older women share stories and conversation as they work side by side. Though time-consuming and physically demanding, washing without machines allows the Amish to preserve the values of simplicity, hard work, and cooperation. For them, the absence of modern washing machines is not seen as deprivation, but as a deliberate choice to stay rooted in the lifestyle of their ancestors, where every task has meaning and every moment spent together strengthens the fabric of their community. Heating water and preparing soap. One of the most labor-intensive parts of Amish laundry is preparing the water itself. Since electricity is avoided, hot water cannot simply be drawn from a tap or heated with an electric geyser. Instead, Amish families heat large amounts of water outdoors in cast-iron kettles or indoors on wood stoves, depending on the season. The crackling of firewood and the rising steam are the first signs that wash day has begun in earnest. Often, more than one kettle is set up at a time because the sheer volume of clothing for a large family requires hundreds of gallons of water. Buckets are carried back and forth until each wash tub is filled, and the water is kept warm throughout the morning by tending the fire. Soap preparation is equally important. Some Amish households still make their own soap using lye, animal fat, and essential oils, creating large, solid blocks that last for months. Others may buy plain, unscented bars from Amish general stores. Soap is grated or dissolved into the steaming water until it produces a thick, foamy base for scrubbing. The scent of homemade soap mixed with wood smoke gives wash day its distinctive aroma, something many Amish children remember vividly long into adulthood. Clothes are sorted into piles, heavier garments like trousers, aprons, and coats for one kettle, and lighter items like shirts, linens, and undergarments for another. This careful organization ensures that dirt is thoroughly removed while delicate fabrics are not overly worn down. By the time everything is ready, the family stands around tubs and wringer washers with sleeves rolled up, prepared for a long day's work ahead. The tools of Amish laundry. While outsiders might imagine the Amish washing every garment by hand with a washboard, in reality, many communities use hand-powered or gas-powered wringer washers. These machines, often relics from the early 1900s, work without electricity and are powered by a small gas engine or occasionally by a generator in more lenient Amish districts. The wringer washer is a fascinating piece of equipment. Clothes are agitated in a tub filled with hot, soapy water, then manually fed through two tight rollers, the wringer, which squeeze out the excess water before the garments are dunked into rinse tubs. This process saves time compared to washboards, while still maintaining the simplicity that fits with Amish values. For those who do rely on the traditional method, washboards and galvanized tubs are still in use. Women scrub garments back and forth against the ridged metal surface, working soap deep into the fibers to lift away dirt and sweat. This method is especially common for heavily soiled farm clothes, children's garments, or items like aprons that endure daily stains. The washboard technique requires stamina and determination, but Amish women often see it as a practical necessity and a reminder of humility. The clanging of buckets, the rhythmic creak of the wringer rollers, and the splashing of water become the sounds of the morning, turning wash day into a symphony of labor. No task is rushed, for each step has its order, and the very tools themselves carry history, often passed down from mother to daughter as part of the household tradition. The art of scrubbing and rinsing. Once the clothes are soaking in soapy water, the hard work of scrubbing begins. For lightly soiled garments, gentle agitation in the tub or wringer washer is enough. But for farm clothes, aprons covered in flour, or children's play clothes caked in mud, scrubbing is unavoidable. Amish women use sturdy brushes or simply their hands to rub soap deep into the fabric. Knees and elbows often serve as makeshift washboards, especially when heavy denim or work trousers need extra force to release embedded dirt. This stage can take hours, particularly in large families where the piles of clothing seem endless. After scrubbing, the rinsing process begins. Clean water is poured into separate tubs. Often more than one rinse is required to ensure that no soap residue remains. The garments are lifted out of the soapy water, fed through the wringer to press out the suds, and then plunged into rinse water. The wringer again removes excess liquid before the clothes are passed to the final rinse tub. Some Amish women add a splash of vinegar to the rinse, believing it softens the fabric and helps remove odors naturally. By the time rinsing is complete, the garments are heavy, dripping clean water, and ready to be taken outside. This ritual of scrubbing and rinsing, though repetitive and physically exhausting, holds a quiet rhythm. Women often hum hymns as they work, and conversations flow easily around the washtubs. In these moments, laundry is not just about cleanliness, but about fellowship, discipline, and embracing the slower pace of life. Each piece of clothing, scrubbed by hand, carries not only the scent of fresh soap, but also the devotion of the one who washed it. The clothesline tradition. Perhaps the most iconic image of Amish Laundry Day is the sight of long clotheslines stretching from barn to farmhouse, heavy with garments swaying in the breeze. These clotheslines are not the short backyard versions seen in modern homes. Many Amish families build pulley-style lines that run for dozens of feet, sometimes high into the air, so that one person can clip clothes at the porch and send them rolling skyward toward the barn. On a wash day, these lines become a colorful display of daily life. White bonnets, black trousers, plain dresses, blue shirts, aprons, and handmade quilts, all pinned in neat rows, fluttering like flags of simplicity. Hanging clothes on the line is considered an art in itself. Heavier items are pinned at the ends to balance the weight, while smaller pieces fill the middle. Clothespins, often hand-carved or bought from local Amish shops, are treasured household items passed down or carefully maintained for years. The clothesline also carries a subtle social role. Neighbors walking by can see the size of a family, the type of work they do, or even which household is hosting a gathering soon, simply by noticing what is drying outside. For Amish children, running beneath the damp clothes is a kind of innocent play, their laughter mingling with the snap of fabric in the wind. The drying process is natural and thorough. The sun acts as a disinfectant, the wind as a softener, and by afternoon the line is filled with garments that smell of fresh air and sunshine. There are no dryers humming in Amish households, only the quiet satisfaction of seeing hard work strung across the sky, transforming labor into beauty. Seasonal challenges and adaptations. While drying clothes outdoors on a sunny day looks picturesque, the Amish know that the seasons bring unique challenges to laundry. In summer, drying is quick and easy, but the scorching sun can fade darker fabrics if left too long. Women often check the lines frequently, bringing in clothes before they stiffen in the heat. Spring and fall bring sudden rains, so wash day is often chosen carefully after checking the skies. A sudden downpour can mean all the freshly scrubbed clothes must be re-washed, a frustration that every Amish homemaker has faced at least once. Winter, however, tests true perseverance. Clothes must still be washed weekly, regardless of freezing temperatures. In these months, kettles of water are kept boiling longer, and tubs are sometimes moved into basements or heated outbuildings. If drying outside, the garments often freeze stiff on the line, looking like ghostly figures swaying in the cold wind. Though inconvenient, the Amish believe frozen clothes actually dry more effectively once brought indoors, as the ice crystals evaporate into vapor. In some homes, clotheslines are strung across attics, barns, or basements to protect laundry from snow. The sight of damp garments hung near wood stoves or beside the kitchen stove. In winter is common, filling the room with a warm, soapy aroma that lingers for days. These seasonal adjustments are more than just practical solutions. They reflect the Amish resilience and ability to work with nature rather than fight against it. Instead of complaining about the hardship, the community embraces it as part of life's cycle, seeing each challenge as an opportunity to exercise patience, adaptability, and gratitude. Laundry as community and family bond. For the Amish, washing clothes is rarely an isolated chore. It is a family and community affair that naturally brings people together. Mothers teach their daughters the art of laundry from a young age, showing them how to scrub stubborn stains, manage the wringer safely, and pin clothes properly on the line. Sons, too, are often enlisted to chop wood for the kettles, haul water in buckets, or carry heavy baskets of wet garments. In larger families, this cooperation is essential. Without many helping hands, wash day could easily last into the night. Sometimes neighbors gather to help each other with laundry, especially if a family has had a busy season of farm work, a new baby, or illness. These shared wash days turn into moments of fellowship where women exchange recipes, discuss community events, or share stories while their hands remain busy in the suds. Laughter and conversation lighten the heavy work, making the hours pass quickly. Even children absorb lessons of responsibility as they participate in small ways, from folding handkerchiefs to chasing runaway clothespins. Laundry, then, is more than soap and water. It is a living classroom. It teaches patience, discipline, humility, and teamwork. While modern society often sees laundry as a burden, the Amish view it as a reminder of life's simple cycles. The soil stains the clothes during hard labor, and wash day cleanses them, preparing the family to begin again. In this way, laundry is woven into the moral fabric of Amish life, symbolizing renewal, service, and gratitude for the hands that work together.